Professor Live. What's up, everybody? We're back, Professor Live. Another reaction video. This one, probably a familiar face to a lot of kids who watch AAU stuff, are a fan of high school, Ball is Life, Baller Vision, Hoop Mixtape stuff. Shaquille O'Neal's son, his son Shareef O'Neal. I was looking for a newer video, one of the more popular videos to react to on him, as requested by many people wanted me to react to his stuff. I found one that was like 6 months old that had over 300,000 views, and it seemed to be like his junior year mixtape. I think he's a senior in high school right now at Crossroads High School in Santa Monica. And the son of Shaquille O'Neal, I mean, you would think there would be a lot of talent there. I've seen him play a little bit, caught glimpses here and there on YouTube, and he looked like he was pretty talented. Definitely a different player than his pops. You know, Shaq was a powerhouse down low, one of the greatest big men to ever play the game. I put him in my top 5 of all time sometimes, but if not top 10, no question, for me personally. So, but his son appears to be more of like a 3, maybe a 4 guard at the highest level. I'm not sure what he's aiming to play position-wise at Arizona next year. I think he signed with Arizona or committed to Arizona. But anyway, let's check out this this junior year Super Saiyan mixtape. Shout out to Baller Visions, one of the other websites that support me. Much appreciated. Give them a sub. Shout out to the owners of Baller Visions.
Stand up, Shareef.
Okay, Shaq. What is this?
My son Shareef is already one of the top high school juniors in the country, and I hope to see you up here one day, son.
It's got to be inspiring for Shareef. I don't know if that was like the Hall of Fame or some sort of induction or what that was, but when did Shaq went to the Hall of Fame? Was that recently or a few years ago? I'm not sure. But anyway, I mean, think of the life this kid's lived. He's seen Shaquille O'Neal up close and personal, be in the limelight for most of his, post-college days. He's probably been to a ton of NBA games. He's probably played with pros. Saw a lot of the stuff behind the scenes coming up. You would think that adds a lot, just getting exposure to the highest levels big. I know for me growing up, I only saw glimpses of NBA games and didn't really get an up-close and personal look at the pro life, pre-21 years old or whatever. So this is big. I'm interested to see what this junior mixtape looks like. Let's check it out. Super Saiyan. What is this? Super Saiyan? Maybe something he's into. Whoa. Whoa. Let's go. What's funny is he's kind of shaped like Shaq was, actually. Like Shaq at LSU was a lot skinnier than he was in the NBA, and he put on a lot of muscle once he got to the highest level. He resembles his pops, though. He's just not as tall, not quite as powerful. But mind you, this is junior year, so I don't want to say it can't happen. So jumps with ease, that's for sure. Not scared to attack the rim. That's cool. Okay, a little post game. Let's go. I like this beat. Baller Vision's got the fire edits. It looks like he has a nice pull-up. Like from everything I've seen when he makes his threes. Now, obviously on mixtapes they put makes only, but he seems to have a nice jump shot and shoots it pretty consistently in the same every time. But I noticed he attacks from the perimeter. Like Shaquille O'Neal in high school wasn't attacking from the perimeter, was not shooting threes for dang sure. His pops, free throw percentage, shooting percentage was horrible in the pros. Now, not his post-up game stuff, but his free throw jump shot percentage was not looking good. So it's cool to see he's actually got a really nice jump shot. And not that Shaq needed it. That's not taken away from anything Shaq did. That's a beast. Hall of Famer. A lot of putbacks. A lot of putbacks. He's attacking the glass. Or attacking the rebound, excuse me. Okay, a little smack talk. Let's heat it up. Dang, okay. So one thing I don't see I don't see a lot of cross. I don't see a lot of handle. So he doesn't appear to be like Durant. Like Durant had a lot more like handle when he was this age. But he is killing. He's attacking the rim. And I know that the conference he plays in, like Crossroads, that conference typically is pretty decent. Like you're not talking about the top of LA basketball, but he's getting decent competition. It's not like, say, like Zion Williamson or a few other these guys who are in like a lower conference. Not taking anything away from them, but definitely says something. I'm impressed for the most part. Anything on the post credits? Nothing post credits? I thought this might be like a Marvel movie where you go back to the post credits. Anyway, Shareef O'Neal. I mean, that was really clippy, so it was hard to get a real clear idea of actually how good he'll be, or like how good he'll be at Arizona. But I can definitely say a lot of upside. I mean, you're talking about a kid who's a senior this year, and some of you guys might not know, but you can improve like 300% in the span of a few months if you're working on your weaknesses and you're continuing to improve upon your strengths. If you're in the weight room, if you're getting good coaching from experienced pros or experienced trainers, which obviously, being Shaq's son, he's getting top level of that, I would assume. And if you work hard, and he appears to be a decently hard worker. I mean, from what I saw, he had some skills. So I think it'll be interesting to see, how he does at Arizona. I think one thing that's hard is being an iconic player's son is like you feel like you have huge shoes to fill, and the media and the fans always make it to where you just by default have these huge shoes to fill instead of just being your own player. And like, if he's a perimeter player, it actually work into his benefit, because then he wouldn't be matched up with his pops as much, because pops is like the big man of big men. So it's like, how's he going to match up as a big? But if he's a perimeter player, it's like, all right, he's his own dude. So that would kind of be a better route. But definitely hope the best for the kid. I think I had the pleasure of meeting him once or twice. Saw him at like a Ball's Life event. And I think we had corresponded on Instagram. But seems to be a bright kid and a nice kid too. So I'll definitely be in full support. Shout out to Shaquille O'Neal, who's also shown me a lot of love in my career, just whenever I run into him and things of that nature. So, appreciate you guys tuning in. More reaction videos, more content. A lot is on the way, all right? Stay tuned. God bless.